What's up, guys? Panda here, and finally I'm gonna continue the Q&A. I know, it's been a while. Hey, there's a heat going on here, so forgive me. But despite the heat, I am continuing because I want to get this done, and of course answer your questions as well. So hopefully you'll appreciate that I'm sitting in my room boiling alive for you. Actually, that sounded way too emo, but it sounded like a YouTuber, like, I'm suffering for you. Yeah, bullshit. Anyway, we continue the Q&A, and first up is AfroTaku917, and he has 8 questions. His first question is, what are your thoughts on Twilight Sparkle becoming an alicorn? I think I already gave an answer to this in, I think part 1 or part 2, but to answer your question nonetheless, I have no opinion. I haven't seen Season 2 or Season 3, so I cannot say if they did a good job or not. See, I know that they only made Twilight an alicorn because Hasbro said, well, you want to sell toys. You know, then again, My Little Pony has always been about toys. But it's the job of the animators and the guys who write for the show to make it compelling, to make a good series nonetheless, despite it being based on toys. And since I have not seen the episode, I can't say, well, oh yeah, is this good? No, is the character development alright? Is the pacing right, and so forth? I can't say that. The only thing I can say is that people are making a fuss about nothing. Like, oh, Twilight's becoming an alicorn, that's such a big deal, apparently. Rabbit fans, we've all met them, sadly. We all know how they are. Nothing we can do about except tell them to shut the fuck up. But yeah, I have no thoughts. Perhaps if I see the episode, I'll be like, oh yeah, this makes sense character-wise. Or it could be, oh, this doesn't make sense at all. It's so forced and whatnot. Who knows? But that's my thoughts on Twilight Sparkle as an alicorn. Question number 2. Which do you like more, Mario or Sonic, or do you like both equally? Oh god. This is one of those tough ones. You know what? Mario. Overall, I like Mario more. At least when it comes to his games. I like his platformers more. I like his RPGs more. Hell, I fucking love Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi games. Fucking love them. And actually, I haven't played many of his sports games, so I can't say much about that. Love his car games. And does Smash Bros. Call this a Mario game? I don't know, I'm not sure Smash Bros. Counts as it. Fuck, I'm gonna count it anyway. Yeah, I like Mario more. I mean, Sonic, he's mostly done platformers. He's only done one RPG, which from what I heard was good. He has a new card series, which from what I heard is also pretty good. Well, that's not necessarily a Sonic game. That's a Sega game, of all kinds of characters from Sega. So it doesn't really count as a Sonic game in that regard. So overall, in that regard, I pick Mario. But character-wise, yeah, I would pick Sonic because Sonic has an actual character. Mario is. Look, you know, Mario is awesome. He isn't known. He's called Mr. Game for a reason. But make it down to it, there just isn't much personality to him. At least not from what I've seen him. At least none of his platformers. Maybe in 1 or 2 RPGs, but otherwise nothing. It's the side characters like Luigi, like Wario, Waluigi. Even Peach and Daisy, well, okay, Peach and Daisy depends on which game, but they have more personality and are more interesting than Mario. So yeah, in that regard, I pick Sonic. He has the attitude, he's cool, he's a good friend. Oh, Mario's also a good friend nonetheless, but still, you get my point. Yeah, I pick Mario when it comes to his game, and I pick Sonic when it comes to his character. Because Mario's just not that, he's a bit bland. Team Luigi for the win! Hey, this is the year of Luigi after all, what can I say? Luigi's the man. Anyway, onward to question 3. And his third question is, most hated YouTuber besides Fred? I'd pick Justine, if she's still around actually, because I saw a couple of reviews and Let's Plays of hers, and my god, stereotypical woman of boobs, I'm blonde, and like, I'm a YouTube horse. Yeah. Fucking annoying, can't review jack shit. You have to have an iPod, or no, was it? It was I think it was an iPhone? No? iPad, it was an iPad. Like, yeah, iPad is so much better than the 3DS. They didn't even talk about the games, no, just about the fucking camera. Like, Justine, Nobody cares about the 3DS camera. It's a nice touch, it's a nice addition to the 3DS, but we play it for the games. Oh, the iPad is so much cheaper. I'm sorry. Can you repeat that again? Yeah, the iPad, it really is that fucking cheaper. Sure. Yeah, my ass is cheaper than that. Besides iJustine, I can't think of any. I could like name Smosh and Ray William Johnson, but I don't watch them. I just flat out ignore them. Like, they have their fans, they have their annoying fanboys, but their content just doesn't interest me, so I just ignore them. So yeah, I don't have any other YouTubers I hate. Not even a commentating community. I mean, don't get me wrong, they've outstayed their welcome more than enough. And they aren't I don't think they're funny anymore. They aren't being constructive at all for the most part. Just cheap insults. That's all they can do these days. Otherwise, no. I don't have a other most hated YouTuber besides Fred. Sorry, I got nothing, man. Fourth question. You think PewDiePie and Tobuscus are annoying? Here's another problem. I don't watch PewDiePie and Tobuscus, so I don't know if they are actually annoying. Yeah, a lot of people would say, oh, they're so fucking annoying, they have rabid fans. And the rabid fan parts, I've seen those fans, so yeah, I can understand that. But I haven't seen their videos, and to be fair, I don't want to anyway. They really seem like those, from what I heard at least, those kind of Let's Plays that they make bad, kind of really childish jokes a lot of times, and just go high-pitched and scream a lot. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I want my commentating when it comes to Let's Plays, I want my commentators to be funny, and perhaps even a bit insightful, hence why I like Jugger Conroy, Super Gaming Brothers, Brain Scratch Comms, and so forth. And of course, also Markiplier. I like Markiplier a lot. He is sort of similar to PewDiePie in the sense that they play a lot of horror games on the PC, but I think Markiplier is way more funny, even though I haven't seen PewDiePie. You know, Markiplier also does the high pitch at times and screams, but it's more convincing than it's fake. And again, he doesn't make childish jokes. That's what I like him. Yeah, I find him genuinely funny. So, yeah. Do I think PewDiePie and Tobuscus are annoying? Can't say. I said it a lot in this part of commentary, so I don't know. No, haven't seen them, don't want to see them. End of story. Yeah. Fifth question. Before you became a Buddhist/agnostic, did you have any other religious upbringing or no? Again, another question I answered in part 1 or 2 of the Q&A. I believed in God, and when it comes to God nowadays, as you know, I'm agnostic. Basically saying, there might be a God, and there might not be a God. You know, I don't know. I'm not gonna say, oh, you have no proof. Well, I have no proof that he exists, or that he doesn't exist. So I'm like, who knows, you know? Again, like I said before, my mother still believes in God. When she's spiritual, my dad just doesn't care. That's really it. I believe in God. Now I'm a Buddhist. Though I'm thinking of becoming a Taoist. Not because I don't like Buddhism anymore, but I talked with someone about this, and when it comes to how I view things and things on life and whatnot, and that person said, Taoism is more your thing in that regard. I'm like, really? Huh? Yeah. I'm like, okay. So I want to do some research about Taoism, and maybe switch to that if it fits my views even more than Buddhism. But yeah, I wasn't a Christian. I just believed in God before I became a Buddhist, and I don't. It's not like I don't believe in. Like I said, it's just like he might exist, he might not. I don't know. I'm not gonna question it. I don't care. No, that's how I am. Well, hopefully that answered your question. And we move on to number 6. And his 6th question is, do you think science and God can coexist? Well, the science came from God, if I'm not mistaken. I saw this on a documentary on National Geographic many years ago, that monks wanted to know how the things that God had made worked. So, and from therefore, science was born. Again, if I'm wrong on this, correct me in the comment section, please. But do I think they can coexist? Yeah. I don't think that some of them. I don't think. How can I say this? Like, science doesn't have all the answers, but so the same can be said for religion. I mean, but if you have them both, both can answer certain things on life, no? So I do think they can coexist, like they are the yin and yang of our world. See? It all comes back to that, to Buddhism. That's why I like Buddhism. Well, and also other religions similar to Buddhism, because they come back to that first. There's a yin and there's a yang, and that's what science and religion is. Like, science has done many great things for us, but it doesn't have the answer to everything. No, don't think it can or should. Now, that sounds kind of vague, but I don't think some answers we just can't find. Maybe we shouldn't find, no? Perhaps ignorance is bliss, but that's me. Religion is a great thing. It can make people have faith, have happy lives, whatnot. But it doesn't have all the answers. It's not logical. Like, God created the world in 7 days. And we're like, how does that make sense? That doesn't make sense from a logical point. And that has been disproven by science. But religion can have other benefits. It can change a person. If a person had a bad life, it was a criminal one, and he found religion, he could become a totally different person because of that. Now, that's the great thing about religion in that regard. So yeah, I think they can coexist, and I think they should coexist, the yin and the yang. You can't have one without the other. That's all I'm saying. That's how I view things in life, we all have another part to ourselves. The yin and the yang. So hopefully that answers your question. Number 7. Do you think Cat Scratch is similar to Ed, Edd and Eddy? A question I once again can't answer because I haven't seen Ed and Eddy in, I think, over 10 years. Yeah, I think now, it's over 10 years, so I vaguely remember stuff from it. I remember it was fun. Ed was a giant fucking dumbass, but, well, actually Eddie was also kind of a giant dumbass. The only one who was kind of smart was Double D, but whatever. And I haven't seen Cat Scratch either, so I can't say if they are similar. The only thing I can say is they're both very funny cartoons. So, yeah. Sorry, man. And for his last question, what makes you like DreamWorks more than Pixar? I think it mostly has to do with the fact that DreamWorks does both CGI movies and 2D animation, where Pixar only does 3D. Now you could say, oh well, they're a part of Disney, and Disney does the 2D stuff. Yeah, but they've also done CGI movies. They've done Tangled, which wasn't a Pixar production. So, see where I'm going with this. And DreamWorks doesn't. I love Pixar. I will never say anything else. But I just love DreamWorks more because they do both 2D and 3D. And not to mention, they are the underdog, and I always have a love for the underdog. But that's just me. And I don't think I can explain this really well, is another reason why I like DreamWorks more is that a lot of times when they do a movie, let's say like How to Train Your Dragon or Megaman, it feels like their inner childs are the inner childs are at work. Yeah, you could say the same thing about with Pixar, but maybe not inner child, maybe something along the line of, like, again, How to Train Your Dragon is basically a fantasy movie, right? And what I feel is that they were just big fans of fantasy movies, and you could feel that, you can really sense that when you watch something like How to Train Your Dragon. I'm not sure if that makes sense. It makes sense in my head. That doesn't say much, to be honest. But that's something that I like about DreamWorks. Like they're like these big fans / childs that make their dreams come true. I know it sounds like some sort of symbolistic, spiritual bullshit. I know, but there's not a way I can describe it how I feel about that. But yeah, that's why I like DreamWorks more than Pixar. No, again, Pixar's good. Oh god, I fucking love Toy Story. Love Toy Story, Monsters and Co. And Incredibles was good. Haven't seen Up though, and Finding Nemo. But yeah, that's why I like DreamWorks more. Well, hopefully those answers satisfied you. If not, sorry, man. And now let's move on to the next person.